All right, Dateline, Minneapolis. A Minnesota sheriff thought he was going to pull over one of those dangerous texting drivers, but he had no idea what he was about to encounter. Sergeant Jason Foster pulled over a weaving driver only to discover a 250-pound pig in the driver's lap and a second pig standing on the seat next to him. Boy, talking about a couple of road hogs. And what about the man driving under the influence? This guy obviously had way too much swine to be operating a motor vehicle. Now, the Chicago County Sheriff's Office posted a picture of the trio on their social media page. The Sheriff's Office noted that they've pulled plenty of distracted drivers for cell phones, food, messing with the radio, but this was their very first lap pig incident. Sergeant Foster said the driver explained his reason for the pigs on his lap was their move to a new part of Minnesota, and he didn't want them to get cold during the journey. Sounds to me like he was just hamming it up for the police. Now, rumor has it that the two pigs' veterinarian was none other than Porcus Welby. Hey, so what if it's not true? Just go ahead and sue. There you go. All right, over in England, there's a new criminal in the town of Bristol, and she's 104 years old. I'm just trying to picture this elderly woman speeding off on her walker with the police in a not-so-hot pursuit. Anne Brokenbrow had never gotten in trouble with the law before. Now, she's not exactly public enemy number one. Ms. Brokenbrow was actually arrested as part of a charity event. Residents of the Stokely Care Home were asked to submit what they wanted most at the home. Brokenbrow said, "I'd like to be arrested." So I guess the denture fairy granted her wish. Anne Brokenbrow was put in handcuffs by officers and even taken for a ride in their police car. And when asked what it felt like to be arrested, she said, "Well, it'll make me much more careful of what I say and do," at 104. But the police were very nice throughout. Hey, Keith, I got to be honest, I'm just glad that her wish was not to be a counterfeiter. You know why?
I have no idea, but I'm dying to hear.
Because counterfeiters never make any real money.
Wow. Oh, don't encourage him, please.
Wow.
But you know, really, it's better than committing a crime, say, in a parking garage. That would be so wrong on so many levels.
Seriously, though, I mean, any of that's better than the lady who fell in the falafel condiment. I mean, seriously, they said her death was a homicide.
Hey, enough of the bad jokes. Let's get back to mine. They're bad enough. Okay, although you did remind me of the thief who fell into wet cement and couldn't get out, he became a hardened criminal. Let's move on. Well, baseball season is underway and it's time to take me out to the ball game. But let's not bother with those major league, multi-million-dollar teams. No, sir, because the real joy of baseball is at the minor league parks across the nation. And it starts with the creative names of the teams. Here's just a few that you're going to want to cheer for. The Savannah Sand Gnats. You got to wonder if their hitters are pesky against opposing pitchers. And then there's the Amarillo Sod Poodles. That's really the name, the Amarillo Sod Poodles. Okay, Amarillo, I don't want to hear any cheers with the word soiled in them. What about the Binghamton Rumble Ponies? Binghamton is the historic home of carousels, but these ponies refuse to get on the stick, and they prefer to carry a big stick at the plate. How's that one, huh? Maybe my favorite from deep down south, the Montgomery Biscuits. I mean, I just hear the fans cheering, "Hey, butter, butter, hey, butter, butter, swing." Finally, the Fighting Dems. That could be a team. They all hit from the left side of the plate, and they believe that everyone deserves extra bases. How about that one? And this story, Brian Shaw, four-time World's Strongest Man winner, was looking for a new challenge, so the 6'8", 415-pound athlete decided he would take on Taco Bell by eating their entire menu. Talking about having a run for the border. But Shaw must have felt his idea was a mexcellent one. We'll scratch that out later. In his YouTube video, he reveals ordering nearly everything on the menu, passing on the vegetarian options, and ending up with 40 items and a $120.03 bill for all that he was going to eat. I'll bet he was thinking, yeah, I'm into fitness. Fitting this whole taco in my mouth is what I'm going to do. Shaw does high-speed his video of the 25,000 calorie eating challenge. Wow. But he does take multiple breaks, and he proclaims it to be the worst eating challenge he ever participated in. Obviously, things did not go according to the plan that he had. Unfortunately, Brian Shaw failed to crest his Taco Bell Mount Everest, eventually declaring, I want to get this out. I'm sweating because I'm almost ready to throw up. Wow, I wonder if he even got vertigo. I realize that pun was pretty corny, so I think we're just going to move on, okay? All right, a couple of shout-outs before we go. Shout out to my friends at the City of David Foundation in Jerusalem that you saw featured on our show just a few weeks ago. They recently unearthed some more proof from the Bible under a former parking lot, and the discovery was a 2,600-year-old clay stamp marked as belonging to Nathan, Melech, servant of the king. The only other place that name is recorded in the Bible, 2 Kings 23:11. It is one of the most significant archaeological finds ever. Ongoing archaeological excavations of the city of David continue to prove that ancient Jerusalem is no longer just a matter of faith, it's a matter of fact. Well, here's a shout out for the big response to the movie Unplanned. It's the true story of Abby Johnson that opened in theaters last weekend to rave reviews and much better than expected ticket sales. It'll open in 700 more theaters this week, so a better chance you even have an opportunity to see it. I've seen this movie. I highly recommend that you do. If you haven't formed an opinion about abortion, or if you have, please see Unplanned at your local theater. And finally, a little shout out to this lady, because shoplifting is an ancient art. But I got to tell you how impressed I was when the Walmart employee made her show what was under her clothes. Not one, but 2 full-size car batteries. Yeah, that was a shock. Can you imagine what she may have already taken from Walmart in the past? Clothing, a frozen turkey, maybe a couch. I'm telling you, this gal's got Olympic skills in shoplifting. Let's just hope they never make that an official event. Well, like a chef without spices, we've run out of time and paprika. But never forget that we read the news